Welcome back to another episode of Living Well with Affinity. My name is Nikki Csek, and I have in studio today with us Megan Reynolds. She is the Patient Experience Manager.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming in and meeting with us.
Thanks so much, Nikki. Thanks for having me.
I am going to quickly mute my Apple Watch. Apologies. So Megan, maybe if you can, we're going to go off in a couple of different directions, but maybe let's start with, where is Affinity Wellness?
Yeah, so we're located on Ambrosie Road. Landmark is we're right beside the big white head office. The intersections are Spall and Cooper. We're directly off of Highway 97, or if you're on Springfield, again, directly off of Springfield. Sometimes people get a little bit confused with the actual street. We don't have a street sign attached to Ambrosie, so you're turning directly off of the main highways to get onto the road. But then once you're there, you're right on the street. It's a good time. Yeah.
And I've mentioned it before in previous episodes. I actually think it's quite conveniently located.
Yeah.
We're not in the hustle bustle of downtown. We're not in the Landmark Center. We've got 5 different business or community centers in the region, and you're sort of down a more calmer street.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, there's residential, plus there's lots of businesses on the same side that we're located on. We've got ample parking, which I know can be really stressful for a lot of people, myself included. So free parking on our street directly in front of the building, or we have reserved Affinity parking spots behind as well.
Amazing. Can you tell us what types of disciplines or what types of services are offered at Affinity?
Yeah, so one of the things that we're really passionate about is being a multidisciplinary clinic. So we have massage is probably the one that we're most well known for, but we have massage, chiro, physio, we have kinesiology, we have counseling, we have occupational therapy, an osteopath, and we also have I had it just in my head there. Occupational therapy, kinesiology, counseling.
I think pelvic.
OT. No, we're getting pelvic. Yeah. And OT. Sorry. Yeah. Occupational therapy we have as well. So yeah.
Which is interesting. I had the pleasure of going in to see Kayla. So again, first offering is RMT, so it makes sense that that's how the practice was built.
Yep.
First off of RMT.
Yep.
But I love the addition of the physical clinic space as you've grown throughout the years.
Well, we were able to acquire the third kind of addition to the clinic, which has all of the rehab section, which is lovely. We have like our chiros, our kins, osteo, physio is over in that section. So they're able to utilize the gym space, which is lovely. It was kind of the one thing that we were missing there prior to that, not having that additional kind of free space with the weights and all of the equipment. So being able to acquire that has really been a game changer for us. We do see a lot of people recovering from major injury, accidents, people just wanting to get back to living pain-free. So having that there, being able to see them work out, see how their bodies are moving, being able to alter, how their body is forming when they're using the exercise machines, it's huge, because some people, they can re-injure themselves simply by doing an exercise incorrectly. Obviously, they get discouraged at that point, and then they may not want to continue, and then progressively get worse. So having that space for our therapists to be able to use and see how their patients are moving, it's the best. It's huge. Yeah, it's super beneficial.
And I think that's maybe not only available in Kelowna, but it's not a common area to have, and likely used by the different practitioners.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've had clients come in and they let us know how like aesthetically pleasing the space is. Obviously thrilled that they can actually work out and work out with somebody that's a trained professional. A lot of the times you go to a place and you're kind of just stuck in a room, no windows, not a lot of like free formation that you're able to do. So it's honestly a game changer for people that want to really put their health at a priority level, for sure.
And what are some of your passions or the clinic's passions around treating the community?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, in my career, I've always worked in like healthcare or in a health related environment. So still being a part of that and being able to assist people in their recovery, whatever form that may be, is super it matters to me to be able to do that. And the fact that we have everything under one roof, we call it our one-stop shop. So the fact that people don't have to travel from multiple clinics, it just eases people's stress. Having people be able to have their practitioners come together and form a game plan when it comes to their recovery. Just the fact that they feel so supported because we have everything under one roof, it just makes people feel that there's a solution, that there is light at the end of the tunnel for them. You don't have to bounce around from, my physio's over here and my chiro's over there and my massage is over there. They can literally see everybody at our location. And then those therapists, you know what? I noticed this in Jim today. He was a little bit off in this one area. Do you want to maybe follow up with that? There can be direct communication with the practitioners. There's no waste of time. There's no having to request additional records. Everything's in one location. So yeah, it's just, we really want to make sure that people feel from the moment that they contact us, whether it's over the phone or via email or coming in and seeing us in person, that we have their back and that they're supported by what we offer.
Which we see that level of care, that type of care play out in different departments. And this, we look at the Child Advocacy Center or the Foundry, it really is about the individual that is not feeling well and then surrounding them with all the service offerings. Yep. The story is told, and I know I don't particularly love going through my history each and every time, so it's nice to have it in a single repository of information that can be shared amongst the practitioners.
Exactly. And I mean, the clients sign off on that when they give us their consent. It's one of the things that we make sure that we gain, is that they're comfortable having their, not information shared outside of the clinic, of course not, but information shared within, so that if they do see multiple therapists, again, you're not having, like you said, having to repeat yourself over and over again. The practitioners are able to review the chart notes and work from there, and then obviously getting clarification if they need to at the time. But it's a really nice system where people don't have to constantly have to rehash, I mean, sometimes potentially traumatic events that have happened, accidents, that kind of a thing. So yeah, it's just a really nice, we try to really create a comforting and supportive environment so that people can concentrate on the most important thing, and that's getting healthy and better again.
And Megan, full disclosure, I am now a patient of Affinity Wellness, and I am living well with Affinity. So awesome. Actually, all joking aside on that, I was running literally a minute or two late. I phoned the clinic, you answered, and I don't know if you know it, but your comment to me at the end was, perfect, Nikki, so-and-so is available to see you for your full session. You're fine. It's okay. Comma, drive safe. And we get all, I'm late, I'm stressed, oh my gosh, I'm ruining their schedule. And you literally did get me to calm down. Oh, good. And just get to the clinic safely. So that's, I mean, if that's not patient experience manager, that's, I don't know what is. So on the flip side of that, you wear a couple hats. That's your hat that is around the patients and the offerings, the services, and the location, everything, how the clinic works. But there's a flip side of that, and it's around attraction. You have really talented and experienced practitioners. Do you get them by chance? by luck? How do you?
Yeah. So, I mean, we're obviously when a spot opens up in the clinic, we advertise for it. We make sure that they understand kind of the full scope of not only what we offer at the clinic, but what we do expect in return. We do take pride in our patient retention and having staff that are extremely passionate about the work that they do and the level of care that they bring. All of our therapists are continuously educating themselves, making sure they're getting recertified, doing continuing education. They're an insanely talented and smart group of people that really truly love what they do. So that's the kind of people that we're looking for. And we do want, we do like posting on Indeeds or like on like the physiotherapy associations, like those kind of things. So that's really important. We really help and try to take care of our practitioners to be able so that their sole concentration is just on the client and what the client needs. We pretty much handle everything behind the scenes. So we take care of direct billing, which is also obviously a bonus for the clients as well, and handling all of the dealings when it comes to dealing with different insurances. We do take on ICBC clients. And again, it's very wonderful that we have everybody in one location so that they're not having to bounce around from different places when it comes to ICB treatment. We handle any interactions with lawyers, outside businesses. So, and with how Kyla has her business plan set up, people can just come in. Everything is provided. We have all of the, popular products that our staff members would want to sell. We're always encouraging if people want to, if there's something that we don't have to sell, let us know and we'll incorporate that into our product list. We provide all the linens, all the lotions, products, those kind of things. So it really is a place where they can come, they can do their work, but there isn't anything necessarily that they need to bring. We do provide all of that for them.
But I think that's interesting because if you look at someone that graduates from OVCMT as for RMT, to be able to come out of school, begin to practice and not have to learn business, it's not easy. So the billing, the GST, the as you said, the benefits submissions and things like that. So
yeah. Well, and there's a huge, it's obviously there is, it all depends, and I would never tell anybody what to do when it comes to this kind of decision making, but I always just say, like, how valuable is your time? Because we've had practitioners that have left and now they're having to do all their own billing, or they just opt out and don't do any direct billing, which again is going to deter certain clients from going to them, of course. Yeah. They have to do all of their own, follow-up. They have to do all of their own reconciling. They have to have their own, point of sale machine, their bookings, even having somebody cancel last minute will help reschedule those. Yeah. So if there's a short notice cancellation or somebody that just, no shows for an appointment, we help fill those spots. Whereas if they were working on their own, that's just lost money out of their pocket, right? Yeah. So, there is, of course, there is an additional cost that comes with having all of this included. But like I said before, we've had staff members that have come back and talked to us afterwards being like, thank you so much for everything that you did. We didn't, really realize what everything else was going to entail. And, if money is what they're looking to save, of course, that they may or may not do that, but they're spending a lot more time having to navigate the systems and follow up with patients and do bookings and billing. So we handle all of that. But of course, we have to be compensated as well. I deserve a paycheck. So, the right people will come to the clinic and appreciate everything that we do offer, because it's honestly the whole package. There's not really any sort of avenue that we miss when it comes to not only the care that we provide to our clients, but how well we treat our staff and the benefits of that too. So.
And I think, Megan, that's easy for anyone listening that's looking, either to get into the industry or that has recently graduated or that is looking at joining a team like Affinity Wellness. I think it's easy to sort yourself in or sort yourself out on that. And I think the overall thing you said was being able to practice your trade, to be able to do your gift or do your passion and let someone else do the other things. So I think it's easy for people to decide if Affinity Wellness
is for them, for sure. We do also offer, like, I mean, we've got some staff that have been, I mean, Kyla, for example, Cynthia is another RMT. I mean, they've been practicing for over 20 years. So you are going to gain a huge amount of knowledge. We do mentorship programs. We do our osteo club. You know, we've got staff parties a couple times a year just to, you know, make sure everybody feels included and gain that culture. But if you're starting out as a newer practitioner and you want to come in and check out the space and just see that you're going to gain a wealth of knowledge that way too, which I think a lot of people may or may not think that's important. But if you've got Kyla that's been treating for over 20 years, who has a patient retention of almost 100%,
Wow.
she's a phenomenal therapist. You will absolutely gain, you know, things that you'll never learn from school, right? Just the hands-on practice that she can give you. And including like our physios too, like all of our staff are so talented. So there is also that huge as well. Oh, it's huge. And I mean, with the younger people coming out of school now, I do feel like that's been a real thing that they've also been looking for, is to have that guidance, that mentorship to kind of navigate. Because I mean, they've never done this before. You know, they want that support and to feel like they're being heard. And that's something that we really pride ourselves at Affinity too. Yeah.
So last two questions for someone wanting to become a patient of Affinity Wellness. Do they just phone the office? Do they reach out to you?
Tons of options. Yeah. So they can call us directly. We have people on the phones. I'm there from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. Monday to Friday. And then we do have coverage working into the evening until 7 p.m. Okay. And then on the weekends as well, we are closed on Sundays, but we are open on Saturdays. And again, somebody's on the phone from 7:30 until about 1:30 on Saturdays. So phoning us, absolutely no problem. You can also book appointments online if you're comfortable doing that. The only catch with that is that you do need to provide a credit card on your file in order to be able to book appointments online.
Makes sense.
If you send us an email through our website, you can notify us what you're interested in, and then we follow up directly that way too. So tons of different ways to do it. It just depends on what you're comfortable with. But most people either book online or just give us a call, and we can always help set up the appointments.
And then for practitioners or anyone that wants to take a peek at Affinity Wellness, speak to you?
Absolutely. Give me a call, or again, phone the clinic. They'll pass the information along to me, and we'll get it to Kyla, sending us an email, or you can even go onto, like, our website is super detailed. There's like a tour option, so you can take a look at kind of the full clinic space and see, you know, if it appeals to you with what we offer. So that's always a good way to just see if it's the right kind of fit for you. But then again, we've had an Indeed posting for an RMT, so people have been reaching out to us that way. So just any email or phoning us is always the best for sure.
Wow. Yeah. Wonderful. Megan, thank you very much for coming in and spending some time with us.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, Nikki.